Alright, good morning. It is the opening day of spring turkey season here in Massachusetts. Heading out to the spot that I got both my birds last year. It's probably about a half hour before shooting light, so gonna get out there, get the decoys set up, and hopefully there's some birds out there. Well, those jakes have left. They're a ways off now, but there's another group of birds gobbling even further back than they are now. And I think they're also jakes, but I'm not 100% sure, so kind of just hanging out here. See if that group of birds eventually makes their way over here. I'd find it hard to believe that there was only one tom hanging out here and just a bunch of jakes, considering there was so many jakes out here last year. Give it some time, see what happens. Alright, well, here he is. It's a pretty regular beard for this area. Thin, not super long. Nice bird though. He's got some hooks on there, so he's probably older than 2, I guess. But yeah, happy with that. The other birds are still gobbling down the way, a long ways away. I'm going to see if I can get closer to them, but I think they're all in a housing development down there, so not sure I'm going to be able to get to them. But we'll see. Get this guy tagged, get him out of here. Alright, got the turkey home. I ended up finding those other birds that were gobbling, and they were all jakes. They ended up meeting up with the other jakes that came into the decoy. I think there were like 7 or 8 of them total. But looked around a little bit more, see if I could find another gobbler, but didn't find one. But not a bad morning. Opening day and got a bird already, so just gonna get this guy processed up, and I'll see you guys in the kitchen. Alright, so today I'll be making a makeshift turkey salad from the drumsticks and thighs of the turkey I got. So I'm just gonna take my crock pot, take the 2 drumsticks, lay them into the pot, then take the 2 thighs and lay them into the pot as well. And I'm just gonna take it, fill it with water, covering all the meat. Cover the crock pot and turn it on to low and leave it cooking for about 12 hours. Once those 12 hours are up, the meat should fall apart and fall off the bone. Perfect. Then I'm just going to take all the chunks of meat off the bone, leave the bones on the plate, and put all the shredded meat into the bowl. The thighs are much easier than the drumsticks, and I'll show you why in a minute here. So the drumsticks have a whole bunch of these little tiny bones going through the entire thing. Similar to this, of all different shapes and sizes. So you really just want to try to pull out as many of them as you can before you start to shred the meat. I don't know exactly how many there are, but there's probably at least a dozen of them. And once I think I get all the bones out, I'm just going to start shredding the meat, but doing it carefully, checking for the smaller little bones like that. And I'm just going to repeat the process with the other thigh and drumstick as well. And there we have it, all the meat shredded. Going to discard the bones. Then I'm just going to take a separate container and separate half of it out, since I'll be using the other half for something else later on. A little piece of fat can go to Jasmine. This will be saved for later. Set that aside. Now I'm just going to put a whole bunch of mayonnaise into it. Then just mix it all together until it's all evenly mixed. Perfect. I'm also going to take a jar and separate all the liquid that was in the crock pot and save it as a yellow game stock for other recipes later on. Just going to strain out all the big chunks. Cover up the jar. Then I'm going to take the jar and just put it in the freezer until I need it. Good looking stuff. But anyway, back to the sandwiches. Gonna take my 2 pieces of toasted bread. Just layer all the meat onto it, spread it out. And I like cheese on mine, so I'm going to put a piece of cheese on. And there we have it. Turkey salad sandwich. Well, that's it for this video. See you guys in the next one.